Saquon Barkley is on pace to break the single-season rushing record set by who? Eric Dickerson. In 1984, he's also taking on Carolina's 31st-ranked run defense. Should bode well for him. On the other side, Bryce Young is doing what he can since returning as a starter. He threw for a season high last week and only has 1 turnover in the last month. It's Week 14. This is Fox NFL Kickoff.
Hey, nothing to be leery about watching this guy. Saquon Barkley's on pace to break the rushing record as the Eagles try to run their win streak to 9 straight. But keep an eye on those pesky Panthers. They host them today at the top of the hour. Meanwhile, Justin Jefferson and the Vikings are one of the hottest teams going. And today's game against the Falcons has huge playoff implications for both teams as we head down the stretch. You don't have to wait that long to see Tom Brady live in our studio. No hologram necessary. It's the first time ever he's with us. That's in just a bit. But right before TB12 hits the 4:05 to call America's Game of the Week as MVP candidate Josh Allen leads the Bills, winners of 7 in a row, into battle against Matthew Stafford and the Rams, who are still in the hunt for the NFC West title, by the way. But so too are the Niners. Brock Purdy and company will try to keep hanging on, hosting Caleb and the Bears in their first game with a brand new head coach. It all comes together in just one place. So join us for the ride as we welcome you to Week 14 of the one and only Fox NFL Sunday, presented by GMC and the game-changing all-electric Hummer EV. Come on in and stay a while, folks. I'm Kurt Menefee. Thanks to Dennis Leary. His new comedy, Going Dutch, premieres January 2nd right here on Fox. But awesome. Right now on Fox, we've got the guys, Jerry, Howie, Michael, and Gronk. Happy Week 14, boys.
Happy Week 14.
Devontae Smith, he returns with a hamstring injury. And by the way, we have one more in and out. This one's out. I got to do everything around here. Out. Tom Brady. Out. Let's go. Out. Dude, you got to do a Rams, Bills game. 10 miles here in LA is like 5 hours of traffic. Let's go.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Out.
You're a bully, man. You're a bully, man.
I'm the front I'm just trying to make sure you don't get fired in the first year.
Nice pass today.
Good friend. That's right. Friend of the year. That's right. Friend of the year. You hear that, Strike?
All right. Hey, have fun calling the game today. Tom is with Kevin Burkhardt and the gang. They're calling the Bills and the Rams right here at America's Game of the Week. That comes your way a little bit later, but right now, oh, wait a minute. I didn't realize we had a shot outside of Tom getting the car. I thought it was just him walking out.
As long as don't have a camera in the car, I think we'll be okay.
Okay, we won't have that. Yeah. Let's get to your picks for the day. TB, Bears at the 49ers.
49ers over.
Howie, Saints and Giants.
Saints.
Michael, Bills at the Rams.
I'm going to call that. I talked to him. He's my expert. Bills.
All right, and Gronk, you got the Seahawks and Cardinals.
I'm going with the Seattle Seahawks.
That boy.
Leonard Williams, little beast on the defensive side of the ball. Love him.
The last 2 games he's had has been unbelievable. Tom, as we saw, off to fight LA traffic to meet up with KB and the gang. They will call America's Game of the Week later, but right now it is time for early game kickoffs. Players getting their last looks, and we get our last looks at them as well. We'll see you at halftime of those games. Thank you for watching Fox NFL Sunday, brought to you by GMC.
Fox Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
My gosh, what a beautiful day in the city of brotherly love. Lincoln Financial Field is the site on a 57-degree December day where first-year head coach Dave Canellis and third-year head coach Nick Sirianni, fourth-year head coach should say, square off today. Philadelphia, if they win today and next week against Pittsburgh, they lock up the NFC East. Lions have already clinched a playoff berth. They're a game and a half ahead of the Eagles and the Vikings for the #1 seed in the bye. The Philadelphia native Raheem Blackshear brings it out. Archbishop Wood High School's own will take it to the 26. And that's where this Carolina offense will start it up with Bryce Young. Eagles defense. All those Georgia guys, all the edge guys, we know about the front. Everybody raves about them. You heard Tom Brady talking about it in the studio today. But their linebackers are great tacklers because of their front. Zach Bond's top 4.
That's exactly right. Those big guys up front allow Zach Bond to run sideline to sideline, cover this whole field. He's a pressure player for them, former New Orleans Saint, but he's their tackling leader on defense.
Young off play action. He sees pressure in his face immediately. Already, Jalen Carter's big body was in the way of the 5'10" Bryce Young. That's one of the problems that this Philadelphia front provides, right? They collapse the pocket and collapse your space as a quarterback so quickly. Second down, four-man rush. Young has to shift one way and another, flips it downfield, and he would have had a big gainer to J.T. Sanders, the rookie tight end. On a third and long, Young, quick toss, and Xavier Legette had it near the sticks and got absolutely rocked by C.J. Gardner-Johnson, the safety. Johnny Hecker will boot it away. Cooper DeJean, fair catch at the 10. There's a flag on the play back at the 40-yard line. Legette took quite the shot from C.J. Gardner-Johnson there to end that drive. First down and out for Carolina. And Carl Cheffers, officiated 3 of the last 8 Super Bowls, will have the call.
Illegal formation, number 41, was not on the line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty, replay, 4th down.
Shorter punt this time. DeJean fields it. A stiff arm, but excellent effort by Claudin Sherlis to stay with DeJean on a 4-yard return. Eagles have the ball when you come back. Saquon Barkley is the headliner for this Philadelphia offense. He is closing in on both Wilbert Montgomery's 1979 mark for number 2 and LaShawn McCoy's 2013 mark for number 1 all-time in a single season in Philadelphia Eagles history. This is the 92nd year in the National Football League for Philadelphia. As many games have started with a Saquon Barkley run and a good one for 8 yards. So hard to bring him down. He's on the sideline getting his equipment checked on. So it's 1st and 18 after the spot foul. Swing it out, and the catch is made by Jahan Dotson, and he'll work it to the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Obviously, we've talked about that great offensive line that's helped Barkley get to the number 1 mark in rushing. A.J. Brown is one of the best ball players in the NFL. Jalen Hurts has leaned on him a lot.
Oh, man, his production has absolutely exploded since he's gotten to Philadelphia a few years back. But he knows, and he's a true pro when it comes to run blocking. He's a big reason why some of these big, long runs from Saquon Barkley can go 70-plus yards. He's throwing scoring blocks. He doesn't take plays off.
Big hole for Kenneth Gainwell, and with Barkley on the sideline, Gainwell picks up right where he's left off. That's a 19-yard run, tying his longest of the season.
Hit that football.
Raheem Blackshear will field it and immediately gets brought down. Excellent coverage by Keely Ringo, their best special team tackler, his 7th special team tackler of the year. Play today's Fox Super 6 free-to-play game. Download the Fox Sports app right now and enter for free for a chance to win your share of $10,000 in weekly cash prizes. Right back to Hubbard, who slipped a little bit, but was able to maintain his feet and turn it into a decent first down gain of about 4 yards. Much better game this week. Off the fake to Hubbard. Screen it to him. Flag is thrown. You see an eagle down in the deck. Let's see if this ends up being a penalty against Carolina. It seems like it will be.
Holding, number 82, offense, 10-yard penalty. Replay, 2nd down.
Bryce Young, you saw him clapping, trying to get the snap off, and a whistle.
Delay of game, number 9, offense, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Young and Thielen to stay on the field. Young now throwing outside, incomplete, trying to find David Moore. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10, and it brings up our buddy CT. Carissa Thompson, game break.
Thanks, Adam. Kirk Cousins returns to Minnesota for the first time, and the Falcons looking to snap their 3-game losing streak. Tyler Algier takes it right up the middle for the first score of the game. Falcons up 7-0. Adam?
That's a key game for Eagles fans who are hoping to have either a higher seed or even potentially challenge the Lions, who had that thrilling game. Needed a field goal at the horn from Jake Bates to beat the Packers on Thursday night. They lead the Vikings and the Eagles by a game and a half. Draw play. Hubbard, nice patient maneuvering, and it'll set up a third down at the plus 48-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 7.
You're seeing a lot more single high nowadays, and that means he really trusts these corners out here on the edge. Loving his rookie, Quinyon Mitchell.
Young under pressure, and Zach Bond is right there. Career high 3.5 sacks this season in a breakout 5th campaign in the NFL for Bond.
Zach Bond.
So Hecker boots it away. Some pressure from Jeremiah Trotter Jr. DeJean bails out, and this punt is going to take a very friendly Carolina bounce, a somewhat friendly Philadelphia roll, but Hecker still pins it down to the 10-yard line. Perfect bounce on the 45-yarder. Excellent play by Bond to close the Carolina drive.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Wingstop. Wingstop is here.
Lincoln Financial Field, the site, been around since 2003 to replace Veterans Stadium. Jalen Hurts talked to us about first quarter urgency. They haven't scored an opening drive touchdown, and they have scored the fewest points in the first quarter of any team in the NFL. This is a team that's top 8 overall in scoring. They didn't really have a whole lot of Saquon Barkley on the opening drive because he had a equipment issue. He starts this drive with a strong 6-yard run. I was never going to bring it up on my own, and I just respect that you brought it into the broadcast.
I don't know what else to say. That was a tough one to diagnose.
Here is Devin Tompkins, and his return is a good one to take it into Philadelphia territory. We'll be right back after this.
The Eagles make it a tough on him.
They switch it up to the rookie Jonathan Brooks, and he's got nowhere to go. This time DeJean makes a good play in the run, and Brooks looks to be hobbled after that.
He got hurt on that cut for sure.
Oh boy, he gets helped off the field. Chuba Hubbard is back in at running back. Hopefully everything's okay with Jonathan Brooks. 2nd and long, Young just launches it away. It'll set up 3rd down and long. It's going to be a lot of Chuba Hubbard in the backfield today. They'll give it to Hubbard on 3rd and long, and he'll set up what is about a 38-yard field goal. Out to the 30 will come Philadelphia. So you know the story about the Eagles at this point of the year. 2-2 start. People are calling for Nick Sirianni's job. They go to the bye week. The offensive line goes to Sirianni, says, hey, we need to do more play action and run the ball better. They did. They've kept the ball out of harm's way, and their defense has suddenly stepped in a big way, getting takeaways, getting sacks, and it all adds up to the 2nd longest win streak going behind Detroit in the NFL right now.
Well, that's right on brand for Philly and this vocal fan base. I think it's tough to please everybody here in Philly at times, and you know, I think until the Eagles win 2 Super Bowls in one season, I don't know if everybody's going to be really happy. But this was one of my favorite places to play, and really enjoyed that fan base when they're on your side. When they're not on your side, it's pretty rough.
Good run here by Barkley. You know, they're just into it at all times. Here comes
Ed Svita who got on that bus.
Here's Barkley, big run, and into 2nd place all time in Philadelphia Eagle history in rushing yards. And a 3-0 lead for Carolina. Unfortunately, Jonathan Brooks being carted off the field in what was a first quarter of attrition. A 3-0 Panthers lead. Saquon Barkley, a 3-year deal with Philadelphia, and when he signed, he was studying the Philadelphia running back history, so he brushed up on Shady McCoy. He learned a lot about Wilbert Montgomery, who's been one of the great running backs in the history of the Eagles. He's passed him already for the 2nd most yards in a single season in Eagles history, and he is looking to churn out a day that will put him past LaShawn McCoy. 11 more yards for the potential MVP.
They love moving those athletic tackles, and even Mekhi Becton. What a reconciliation project that has been for Jeff Stoutland. And then they mix in the tempo as well.
They're doing that here. Hurts out to Grant Calcaterra. Dallas Goedert is on the IR with a knee injury. Sets them back to 1st down and 15. Fake it to Barkley again. Hurts on the rollout. They'll go right back to Grant Calcaterra. So officially his first catch. No targets for A.J. Brown yet. Only one for Devontae Smith. Hurts floats it down the sideline, right on cue. Devontae Smith with a nice block from Calcaterra. And they'll mark him down inside the 10. It's 1st and goal for Philadelphia. 27-yard pickup for Smith.
Watch how quickly they get to tempo, Adam.
Here's Barkley pounding ahead. He's close. And you see the topside official coming in saying he was down at the 1. It'll be 2nd down and goal for the Eagles.
Known for reestablishing the line of scrimmage a couple yards down the field. Watch it again right here.
Brotherly shove, looking for Hurts, looking for the end zone. And as it has so many times, it works. The 1-yard touchdown run for Jalen Hurts to take the lead.
Well, this thing is nearly undefeated. See Calcaterra helping out Barkley. And watch the line of scrimmage just completely move to the left of the screen. And then Midnight Green take it over, owning that goal line.
Number 3 amongst quarterbacks all time in rushing touchdowns. And about 60% of Jalen Hurts' rushing touchdowns have been of the 1-yard variety. The brotherly shove continues to produce results. Jake Elliott is able to make it a 7-3 Eagles lead. So Barkley got stymied a couple of times. Hurts would not be denied. The push. Lead by 4. 54 times Jalen Hurts has found the end zone. 3rd most among quarterbacks. Only Cam Newton and Josh Allen have more. And of those 54, 32 of them are 1-yarders. That's 59%. The brotherly shove still working. Devin Tompkins on the return. And he'll get to the NFL average right around the 30-yard line. He's in there to block. He helps pick up the blitz on Cooper DeJean. Young on the rollout. It was incomplete. You saw Tristan McCollum come racing over to the sideline to nearly pick it off. This week, his brother Zion, who plays for the Bucs, said, hey, that's what you get paid for. You got to grab those, bro. Right back to Hubbard and Zach Bond. One of the top tacklers in the NFL meets him in the hole, and this is why Bond and Nakobe Dean have been so effective, why the run defense for Philadelphia has been so effective. The front does so much work and forces your offensive line to engage for maybe a second longer than you want to, and those guys just fill the gaps.
That's exactly right. And Bond, Nakobe Dean, these guys, you know, they understand their positions. They have great football IQ. You better take the fight to him and get physical.
There's Hubbard again. Right on cue, it's Hubbard. He spins for an extra couple yards down to the 29. Took that timeout because they were a little bit late on that substitution with the extra line.
Absolutely right. Well, that's tough to sub out of jumbo and then back into jumbo.
Yep. Jumbo game coming up on Friday. Big Ten action as Indiana and Nebraska will square off. Fox College Hoops in primetime Friday night, 8 Eastern on Fox. Bryce Young was born 12 miles from where we're playing ball today.
Beautifully thrown.
Eagles run blitz that time, and Zach Bond busts right through the line for a TFL. 2nd and goal.
Well, who else? Here comes another run. Oh,
wow, Young fell to the deck, got it to Hubbard, who gets hit by Carter, and it's 4th and goal. Oh, the red zone issues for Carolina continue. Carter hits the deck. And it's going to be 4th and goal. That was a problem the last 2 weeks. Isaiah Rodgers has a kick return touchdown in his career. Waved out by Tompkins. And it's going to roll all the way back near the 30-yard line. On a 44-yard punt. Beautiful city of Philadelphia on what is a wonderfully nice day in December.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Capital One. What's in your wallet?
This drive at its own 29 with a Chuba Hubbard run. And he will get out of bounds. Clock will run down after the set. Carissa Thompson's got a game break. CT, hello.
Hello, Adam. So Vikings-Falcons tied at 7. Sam Darnold looking, finds Justin Jefferson in the end zone for a 12-yard score. That's Jefferson's first touchdown, you guys, since October. Hard to believe. Vikings in front by 7. Adam?
Wild to think. He had that lunging grab against the Detroit Lions and kind of hasn't been able to get some traction since. Of course, Kirk Cousins makes his return to Minnesota today. He's already thrown an interception. Empty set for Young, 2nd and 7. Oh, pressure coming immediately on Young, who's able to climb away from it. And still on the move, and he's chased down by Jordan Davis. So the Panthers have it at the 2-minute warning. Still a couple of timeouts with which to work. Vic Fangio was the defensive coordinator for the first 4 seasons of Carolina's existence. His defense of Philadelphia looking for a 3rd and 3 stop of Canales' offense. Here comes the extra body. Blitz gets picked up. Young floats it for Thielen. Off-target throw. It is picked off. C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Medical tent in the first half. Comes back in the second quarter and gets the pick. And Bryce Young throws his first interception in 127 passes.
Did they choreograph that? That's nice.
Very impressive.
Well, look at Bryce Young. He knows he's going to throw this corner route to the right. Who he doesn't count on is C.J. Gardner-Johnson, and he just puts too much air under this ball. Didn't look the safety and hold him in the middle of the field. There's the route to Thielen. Thielen does his job by beating Cooper DeJean, but Gardner-Johnson was there too fast over the top, just a miss by Bryce Young.
He had a career-best 6 picks 2 years ago with Philadelphia.
On points here, if they could take advantage of this gift.
They have all 3 timeouts. Slant, first target, first catch, first down. A.J. Brown to the 33-yard line. And the crowd responds to Brown's first appearance of the ball game.
Well, there goes A.J. Brown getting his uniform dirty and finally getting the ball open underneath. J.C. Horn playing over the top, giving him space. You see it out on the edge here. Those two matching up quite a bit into the boundary.
Well, RPO action. Hurts is able to get away from 2 Panthers and slide down inside the red zone. Tuttle and Wanham looked like they had Hurts ready to go down. Instead, he picks up 14.
Secure that.
Hurts swings it out. Gainwell maneuvers. Clock will move as he hits the 11. And there's Sirianni right back out there to call the timeout. 41 seconds left. Let's check in with Kurt Menefee, see what's coming up.
Coming up on the Verizon Halftime, we're diving into the playoff picture with the latest updates, plus highlights from around the league, including an AFC East showdown between the Jets and the Dolphins. And we'll get you ready for America's Game of the Week between the Bills and Rams. We'll see you at the half.
Plenty of time, and Saquon's still alive in run and pass situations.
Whole playbook's open for him. Hurts, Brown again. Now it's 1st and goal from the 5. They can be judicious with how they want to use the rest of this clock with that timeout in the back pocket. 17 points in the first quarter all year, and then they thrive in these late half situations. 2nd and goal. It's Hurts, it's a blitz, it gets picked up, it's a throw, it's a touchdown, it's Devontae Smith. And the Eagles jump back out in front. They take advantage of the Young interception, and Smith has his first touchdown in more than a month.
Well, I think they thought the ball was going underneath to A.J. Brown, and then it ends up going to Smith. Well, there goes A.J. Brown wide open underneath, but he wanted to stay with Smith. See, watch, there's the one-step strike, and then here's the corner from the inside. And lucky they didn't get OPI on Dotson right there.
Little rub there. Elliott makes it a 4-point lead. That's where Devontae Smith has been the most effective. Gardner Johnson's interception helped set up the touchdown. Smith has lined up in the slot almost more than twice. Almost twice the amount he did a year ago. 24% of the time. Last year he lined up in the slot. This year, 44% of the time in the slot, and his effectiveness in the slot has been excellent with that combination of him and Brown on the same side of the field.
Him and Brown, that's a nasty combination. You nailed it, Adam, and Kellen Moore loves using that. He's done it with Cooper before. He's done it with CeeDee Lamb. I mean, he has experience moving these guys around and finding the right combination for this offense, and specifically the passing offense.
On February the 6th, you'll see it on Fox. Line drive kick. Devin Tompkins, again, no Blackshear, as he was hurt earlier in the game. Ringo won't get credit for that special teams tackle, but he caused it as the rest of his group, led by Oren Burks, finishes it. And 4 seconds left. Carolina likely will take a knee, and Philadelphia will have the ball to start the second half.
That really flipped the script, and they're going to get it right after half.
Oh, a little spice at the end of the first half. You felt like your ribs needed a little bit more flavor, Mark.
Oh,
there you go.
Machine, the Bulldogs in the red and black.
That's right. Oh, things get a little spicy. First half stats brought to you by Royal Caribbean. Eagles got a rush touchdown and a pass touchdown from Jalen Hurts. Carolina had the possession battle, but the Eagles get the takeaway and the late score. Kurt Menefee and company, they've got your Verizon halftime coming up right now.
Welcome to the Verizon Halftime, the NFL, powered by Verizon 5G.
Let's roll through the highlights here in Week 14 of the Verizon Halftime Show. Terry?
Oh, going back home somewhat. Kirk Cousins returned to Minnesota, where he played for, what, Kurt, 8 years?
6 years.
Yeah, 6 years. Play action, looking deep, finding Jordan Addison. That was a nice underthrow. That was Sam Darnold, actually. I'm sorry, the Vikings. 49-yard score, 7-all, Atlanta, Minnesota. Then Darnold up looking for Jefferson. Beautifully timed pass. Inside, Jefferson made the release, straightened it up, got around the safety. Perfect pass, 12-yard touchdown, 14-10 Vikings. On top of Atlanta, Derek Carr and the New Orleans Saints are at the New York Giants. Kendre Miller, under ball handling, wanted to go inside, going to go outside, then back inside, and then is hit at the 2, and the offensive lineman come in and said, come on, we have to get inside. They do, push him in from 8 yards out, 7-3 Saints on top of the New York Giants. Raiders, Baker Mayfield, quarterback for Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All right, Jalen McMillan, where are you? There you are, nice pass. Good route, 15-yard touchdown, just straight down the sideline. A good job by Baker holding the safety up so he could throw the ball outside. 14-10 Tampa Bay on top of Howie's Raiders. My favorite quarterback, well, not my favorite, but one of them, Tua Tagovailoa, handing the ball off to Devon Achane in from 2 yards out. Miami 6-0 over the Jets, and then they missed the extra point. Isaiah Davis takes it in for the Jets from 17 yards out. A good bit of running there, Jets. On top of Miami, a divisional game, 13-12 New York Jets. Jameis Winston, back-to-back weeks where he had over 400 yards passing, coming off a big Thursday night loss, but he was outstanding. Also threw a pick. No pick here. Outside the pocket. Always put your eyes downfield. You might find someone open. Jerry Judy there. 35-yard touchdown, Cleveland 7-3, and then Najee Harris in from 1 yard out. A good football game, another divisional game. Steelers on top of Cleveland, 13-7.
Staying in the AFC South, Tennessee leads a 3-0 game against Jacksonville, and Philadelphia, Howie, with the lead, going for their 9th straight win.
Today's game flow brought to us by Progressive.
Carolina's in this ball game. I mean, this is a crucial drive for this Carolina defense to stay in it and not let this Eagles defense run away.
Eagles have it at the 30. We have Christina Pink down in the field. Here comes Saquon Barkley, and a big run out near midfield. 18-yard pickup, his longest run of the day so far.
Carolina defensive line got beat to the edge.
So right back to Barkley. Now he's out gaining Chuba Hubbard, and the rushing average has popped up. League average is right around 4.5 yards per run. That's why you say you get 4 yards on a play, you feel pretty good on these rushing plays. Saquon Barkley is averaging 7.5 right now.
And it's the frequency that you get these plays. I mean, they go up tempo so quickly.
Just like this, and he gets close to the line to gain. It'll be 3rd and short.
And they're loving these 2-by-2 sets, shotgun formation, and letting Saquon Barkley take the handoff from the gun and read it out, letting these defenders feel the presence of the offensive line at the second level.
Trying to let this offensive line work, and Barkley with the patient run picks up the first down. A little bit of an issue on that snap, right?
This ball.
The two backs that he's got 4 of them. Right back to Hubbard. So some of the balance that Christina was just referring to is on display on this drive, a 4-yard pickup. A 5th Hubbard carry on this drive is nearly stymied by McCollum for a loss. It ends up being a short gain. 2nd down.
This is a tough defense, man. They'll thump you. They ain't afraid to hit you. You're going to be bruised and battered after running against these guys.
Young for Hubbard, screen, and that's picked up easily by Jalen Carter. Big loss, and it sets him back to 3rd down and long. Canales has to use a timeout. We'll use it to remind you that Saturday night, got the biggest game in primetime hoops. Top 25 matchup, Gonzaga and UConn getting set to go from New York. UConn, the back-to-back champs, getting ready for a big one. 8 Eastern on Fox Saturday night. Another solid drive. So the long drive earlier, the 14-play drive for Carolina, which ended in a touchdown. This is a 3rd and long.
There's your classic shell look from Vic Fangio, just keeping the umbrella on the top.
Uh-oh, free play. Milton Williams was in the neutral zone. He's chasing Bryce Young, who's going to fling it to the end zone, and it's batted down nicely by Bond. Chuba, the spin, and the lunge. He's going to be very close, just short. Thomas Booker came flying in. So it's 3rd down and goal. 2 chances if you want to hit the end zone here. And now he does throw the challenge flag. So putting a timeout at risk. They've already had to burn one in this half. Let's see if we can see it from this angle. That may be it.
Carolina's challenging the ruling on the field that the runner's short of the goal line. It's review the play.
Ruling on the field stands. So it's going to be 3rd and goal. Dave Canales loses a timeout.
He's been absolutely excellent in coverage. That's where he can take another step in his game.
That kick, though, is no good, and the struggles for Eddie Pinheiro, who came into last week as the most accurate field goal kicker in NFL history, missed a couple last week, and he misses a PAT for the very first time this season. Both of these usually reliable kickers have had some rocky moments this season, and Pinheiro in particular as of late.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Royal Caribbean. It's big time. And by T-Mobile, now the best network in America.
As a 11, 12-year veteran to get his body right between games and make it to Sunday. You see what happens when he does get a chance to play on Sundays.
So now the Eagles come back out. Let's see if Saquon Barkley becomes a bigger factor, as he has so often in the second half. This appeals to folks of a very specific age. Mark and I and Christina happen to be of that very, very specific age. There's the reverse hurdle, as you may have seen against Jacksonville. And this is the second half. Barkley seemingly gets better as the game goes on. And this is entering action today. Barkley, Henry, Jacobs, all with new teams, by the way, this year. Top three. And then Barkley's second half rushing alone would be good enough for fourth in the NFL.
That was beautiful.
Well done. Joe Williams is our associate director, and our great crew put that together. Right on cue, it is Saquon Barkley. As he picks up 11 yards, he's got 90 rushing yards on the day. Still closing in on McCoy. Do you want me to just take you to dinner tonight? I will do it if you want me to. Buddy.
Ready for a cheesesteak, Coach.
Here comes Barkley again. He's ready for another 100-yard day, and he's got it. And he's got Shady McCoy in his sights.
Trying to figure out where that football's going. So many options for the Eagles.
Right back to Barkley on the fake. So Hurts keeps it this time and gets a good run out of it.
Are you kidding me with that three-play sequence?
Two runs from Barkley,
yeah,
and then Hurts keeps.
And he put his hand up as soon as Jalen kept it. He knew it was going to be a big play. And he's essentially almost reading it with Jalen Hurts. So he's familiar with this scheme and knows exactly how to get to the quarterback, forcing a third and long.
Five-man rush. Hurts trying to step up, get back into field goal range. Nice block by Gainwell. There goes Hurts inside the 10, and it's first and goal for Philadelphia. Biggest Jalen Hurts play of the day goes for 35 yards. In the longest Hurts run of the season. 35 yards to set him up at first and goal. To the fourth quarter we go. In a 2-point game, Panthers have the lead on the road.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Instacart and by Allstate. You're in good hands.
Adam Amin, Mark Sanchez, Christina Pink at Lincoln Financial Field. Start of the fourth quarter. It is Hurts. Dancing, firing, scoring. It's a touchdown to Calcaterra, and Philadelphia takes the lead on his first NFL touchdown. No Dallas Goedert. You knew Calcaterra do-si-doing his way around with Barkley would be a factor. His first NFL score.
Well, watch Jalen Hurts. He's going to take his drop, and he's going to look left. He wanted underneath to the left in A.J. Brown, and Josie Jewell overcommits. There goes Calcaterra, the SMU legend.
Panthers jump the snap. It's no good on the PAT. But it's going to be a re-kick here for Jake Elliott, and both of these kickers are having some issues. And now with the penalty, you might actually consider going for two here if you're Nick Sirianni.
Offside number 26, defense. Philadelphia has elected to take the penalty on the try and attempt a 2-point try from the 1-yard line.
How about this? And now they're going to try to go up by 6 points here.
I'll give you a couple guesses.
See the end man there. There is Shaw Smith-Wade.
There's the rookie getting an early start.
Now
having some substitution issues.
Yep, trying to get the defense back out there instead of their kick block unit.
But I'll give you 10 guesses on what this play is going to be.
I wonder if I had ideas to what you might do. And again, maybe Philadelphia or Carolina's thinking the same thing. That being said, they've got C.J. Uzomah in at fullback and now slotting over to tight end.
There's the stance. Oh,
they'll give it to Barkley. Good blocking by Landon Dickerson on that right side, allowing Barkley to sneak through. And the Eagles get the 2 and lead it by 6. After the 5th lead change of this ball game, back and forth at the link, Eagles take the lead. Grant Calcaterra spent 3 years at Oklahoma, dealt with a lot of concussions while he was in college football. He sat out a year. He came back in 2021, put together a fabulous year at SMU. And with Dallas Goedert out, he finally finds the end zone for the first time in the NFL. It puts Philadelphia on top. Now let's see if that translates into play as they trail by 6 now in the fourth. Hubbard again, and he gets hit by Darius Slay at the line of scrimmage. Carissa Thompson's got a game break for us. What's up, CT?
Well, Adam, the Falcons were trailing by 8. Bijan Robinson takes the handoff, gets some great blocking, and is in for the 13-yard score. 2-point conversion good. We are all tied up at 21. Adam?
Good ball game out in Minnesota, and of course, 5 for 11 on third down. That's better than league average. Here's Hubbard stretching it, and Zach Bond flags him down. Number 4 in the NFL in tackles entering action today for a guy who did not get a ton of run with the New Orleans Saints over the last 4 years. He's having a breakout season.
These guys are too fast on the edge to try and outrun them to the sideline and then back to the run game.
Here is Hubbard, and he spins ahead for maybe a yard on the play. Second down and 8 in plus territory for Carolina. Fake it to Hubbard, pressure coming, dump it off, and Hubbard and Tremble were both in the area. Nakobe Dean was the defender on Hubbard, and it ends up being an incomplete pass. Third down and 8.
Clearly with the run on that 3rd and long, meant they were going to try and go for it on 4th down.
Instead of a 45-yard field goal, they need 2 yards to keep the drive going.
Thielen.
Looking there, incomplete for Leggett, and Darius Slay had the coverage, and Young knows that he missed one. And it's a turnover on downs for Carolina, and Philadelphia takes over with the 6-point lead. Nothing there. Dave Canales had 4th down and 2 in plus territory, an understandable call to go for it, but unable to connect. Darius Slay makes a play on Leggett, and it's a turnover on downs to Philadelphia. Is Barkley in the backfield behind Jalen Hurts with the lead and the fake and the connection with A.J. Brown and an 11-yard gain for a first down. So now Brown getting a little bit more involved after he was essentially shut out for the first 27 minutes or so.
Well, that was a great counter by Philadelphia. The Panthers had everybody up in the box and left A.J. Brown one-on-one on the perimeter. And that's exactly what you want. People expecting Barkley to close out this game. They hit him with the counter.
It is a give to Saquon Barkley, and Barkley passes LaShawn McCoy. The all-time single-season rushing leader in Philadelphia Eagles history. It is now Saquon Barkley.
You see this graphic with 1,615 rush yards. That's the most in franchise history. And no surprise, he's been on an absolute heater for this team and been the sole focus in this run game. Here comes the push.
On 3rd and 1, and the shove gets him past. A push for 2 and a first down to the midfield marker.
I mean, that play nearly undefeated, Adam. So hard to scheme against. And the only way to try and stop it is to keep him out of those short yardage situations, which is nearly impossible when you run the ball this well. I mean, it's hard enough to officiate the play, let alone stop it.
Sure.
So, no surprise, Saquon and Jalen Hurts doing it again with their legs.
Throw it away there. So now back to Barkley, and he'll get some of that lost yardage back. It's going to be 3rd down and long here. The line to gain is the 40, and now you're getting into inside of 5 minutes. The clock rules will change, so once you step out inside of 5 minutes of the 4th quarter, the clock stops. The possessions in this game are getting trimmed down. So if you get a stop, if you're Carolina here, you could potentially have the ball for the remainder of the game with a good drive to try to tie it, potentially win it.
Exactly right, and that's why that attempted throw and taking negative yards, taking a loss there, that was a huge mishap for the Eagles.
Typically run the ball so effectively in these spots. Pressure coming. It was picked up. Hurts to the sticks, and when he needs a clutch play, it's A.J. Brown. Let's see where they mark him. He made the catch past the sticks and got driven back, so that's where the forward progress takes him. It's a first down to the 38. Braden Mann, who was the special teams player of the week in the NFC last week, is going to try to pin the Panthers deep. Maddox is down there, and he caught it inside the 5. And it's going to be a long field in front of Bryce Young to try to tie the game. Perfect 39-yard boot. Johnson is in the game at safety, so he's back for Philadelphia. Long field in front of Young. Pressure coming, and he looks for Leggett with Slay in coverage. It's second down. First down when you're pinned this deep is essential. 8 back in coverage for Philadelphia. Young cuts it up the field, throws on the move for Leggett, and I think he was past the line of scrimmage, so this will be an illegal forward pass.
Illegal forward pass, number 9, threw the ball from beyond the line of scrimmage. That 5-yard penalty will be enforced half the distance to the goal. It's a loss of down, third down.
No timeouts for Carolina as we hit the 2-minute warning. They've come very close against Kansas City and Tampa Bay. Philadelphia's got the lead. Carolina's looking for some magic. Bryce Young in his second season has 4 wins. All 4 have necessitated a game-winning drive. Houston and Atlanta last year, the Saints and the Giants this year. No timeouts, 2 minutes left. Has to get to the end zone to tie this game. They're at the 46. Pressure off the edges, so Young, vertical, goes up, trying to get out of bounds, and an excellent job by the rookie Jalix Hunt to prevent him from stopping the clock. It's a gain of 3.
Well, it doesn't happen much, but every once in a while, Vic Fangio will dial up an all-out pressure. Be prepared for one. Bryce Young's going to have an answer. He trusts his quarterbacks.
Pressure coming. Young over the middle. Leggett dropped it as Slay delivered the blow.
Ruling on the field is an incomplete pass, third down.
Clock stops at 89 seconds, and it's third down. Pressure coming again from the Eagles. Young wants it all. He wants Leggett, and he won't get him. It's fourth down. Gardner Johnson and Slay with the bracket on Leggett, the rookie. Another blitz from Philadelphia. Young leaves it for Leggett, who lunges out and tumbles down. It's ruled incomplete by the near side official. And it is an incomplete pass. And remember, Carolina cannot challenge because you're inside of 2 minutes. There are no coaches' challenges, and Canales doesn't have a timeout anyway.
Well, Bryce Young did an excellent job of cutting this ball loose. Oh, it touched the turf.
Still need the 28-yard line. 44 seconds left. Extra man for Philadelphia coming. Here's Young. Waving him around, looking around, and he'll smartly toss it away to save some time. And here we go again. Another game on the line play to try to pick up 4 yards to the 28 for Dave Canales and Carolina.
Well, last time they had Thielen on McCollum, and then this most recent play, it was Thielen on Cooper DeJean. Let's see who lands up. See who lines up on Thielen. I'm shocked Leggett's not on the field. They really got to go.
Play clock's down inside of 5.
There's Thielen in the slot up top.
They will not get the snap off. It's going to be fourth down and 9.
Delay of game, number 9, offense, 5-yard penalty, fourth down.
There's no runoff. The clock was already stopped, so no runoff of time, but now it makes it a much more difficult conversion.
Think players, not plays. There's Thielen in motion. Find number 19. They're using that bunch again. Try and create a traffic pattern problem for the Eagles.
Here comes Philadelphia. Young is on the move, spinning one way and another. He tosses past the sticks, and it's picked away by Darius Slay. There is a penalty marker on the play. We will check the flag. A crucial call from Carl Cheffers.
Personal foul, illegal blindside block, number 79. That penalty will be added to the end of the play. The unsuccessful 4th down attempt, 1st down, Philadelphia.
And of all the 9 consecutive victories for the Philadelphia Eagles, this was about as grinded out as it gets. And Darius Slay comes up with the big play to seal the deal.
That was a block right there by Kwanu, their former first-round draft pick. Adam Thielen works his way all the way across the field, and Slay stays with him and undercut this route. So smart by Slay.
Yeah.
Not getting lost, trying to find the quarterback with the football, just sticking to his man, never panics. That's that veteran savviness that you have with number 2 Slay. And they call him Big Play Slay for a reason.
How about that? Thielen and Slay, a couple of guys who've combined for about 330 NFL games, had the game on the line on that play. Slay knocked it away and sealed a 9th straight win to tie the longest streak in franchise history for the Philadelphia Eagles, who see Saquon Barkley break the single-season rushing record. And they pick up win number 11 on the season. And the 2 Alabama Crimson Tide QBs, one who influenced another meet, and Saquon Barkley is your new single-season Philadelphia rushing leader. What a game, a lot of fun. For Mark Sanchez, Christina Pink, and our great crew, I'm Adam Amin, sending you to the State Farm Game Break in Los Angeles.
Offense wasn't good enough. What are some things you think that the offense needs to improve on? Passing.
As a leader on this offense, what's kind of your approach this week in changing the result in terms of everyone, not just you, a lot of the players on offense saying that this was just not up to the offensive standard?
When I hear down, it's just going to work. Doing the things we're doing and learning and growing.
What are the conversations like with Jalen during a game like this, when maybe the passing game isn't everything you want it to be?
Not too much conversation, honestly.
Being the case, A.J. Brown has had different, and I saw he was angry when he came to the sidelines, but he didn't go to Jalen like he did, what was it, a couple of years ago?
Right.
When they had that little situation.
Right.
Okay, so he went to himself, he tried to blow off steam and accept it, but I'm sure he's talked to Jalen before. Will Jalen accept the player coming to him directly and accept the responsibility? What are you smiling for? Because the responsibility of what's going on here.
Because it's more flip, just being honest. Yeah. You know, it's where the person that's complaining need to be accountable. And I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he noticed. I don't know the whole story, but I know that one is trying. And I mean, 11 could be a little better with how he responds to things. And they was friends before this. It's like, man, but things have changed. And I understand that because life happens. But it's the business side that we have to make sure that we don't let the personal get in the way of the business. And that's where we got to do better as right now, because we know it's an issue. Everybody's seeing some things, but we need to be able to talk things out as men. You know what I'm saying? But we need to let personal stuff go and let's get right for this game, because, man, it's like a lot of stuff, most of the time, it's just a conversation that just need to be had. But the person with the problem got to want to talk to the person other than others. Okay. That's all I'm saying.
Just to follow up, when you say business, they both have their money.
They both got money.
Okay, so they both have their contract. So it can't be business.
We got to take ego out of it. We got to be team. It's team. It's all about team, man. And that's all I'm saying. Like Coach said it before he even did what he did. It's like, come on, man. Like, if you don't let the perception of what our don't let our expectations and us not meet it, make you react the way you react. If you got a problem, go talk to that man. Go talk to your people. You know what I'm saying? Like, get it off, but don't do it to the media, Cause we all got to keep that stuff in house. We all got problems. We got problems with people, but we got to hold it, or we got to go talk to them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, leave that personal alone, cause it's like Jalen out there really trying, man. And I ain't even just biased because that's my teammate. Like, I really know this man, like, it's trying. I've seen certain stuff that you don't see off the field. And it's like, man, people trying to attack his character like he ain't this. He don't smile. It's just, that junk just be killing me because he just holding in. He got to take it because the heaviest head is the head that wear the crown. And so I understand he's number one, and he got to be the guy that's going to get attacked. But, man, it's accountability goes for everybody, all of us, and how we respond and how we do things, man. We got a chance to be great on this team, man. And we can't let little things get in the way of that.